those thoughts of being less than, those thoughts of being ugly, those thoughts of being not worthy are only thoughts, and you can change those thoughts.
As I started changing myself, as I started fixing what was broken inside of me, I realized that the majority of it came from society's programming. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You might think that I'm saying my parents did something wrong, and I'm not. They did the best they could with the knowledge they had, based on their societal programming. It's time to break the cycle. Yes, that is so Parents, welcome to Parents Talk. We just want you to know you need to be careful what you say to your children. My friend Joanne Dufton is going to tell you a little story to demonstrate this point. Joanne, can you tell us how your mother made you feel when you were growing up, please?
I was about 11 and we went to visit my grandmother. And a prior babysitter was walking down the street. She was about 17. My mother took one look at her and this face. Ah, look at her skin, that's disgusting. Look at those whiteheads, that's awful. 2 years later, when I looked in the mirror and saw my own pimples, I didn't want to ever have that expression from my mother. And so I got in the mirror and I poked and I poked. Unfortunately, it didn't work. I went into the room where my mother was sitting and she gave me that same look. That look followed me for years. I remember 2 or 3 years later, a young boy came up to me and said, "You're pretty." And I remember thinking, are you blind? If my own mother thinks I'm disgusting, how can I possibly believe that anyone else would think that I was attractive?
Wow, what a story.
What a story. I had a problem with that until I was 60.
60? Really?
60. After my husband died, I picked up a book by Alex Lloyd called The Healing Code. And one of the chapters talked about phrases that you would say to yourself. And I remember when I said to myself, as my heart heals, I am learning to believe that I am worthy, that I have value, and that I can love myself for who I am. That, saying that to myself spoke to my whole body, spoke to my soul, spoke to my spirit. As a parent, I don't want you to go through 60 years of feeling that way. And I know you don't want your children to go through any time feeling that way. So let them know that those thoughts of being less than, those thoughts of being ugly, those thoughts of being not worthy are only thoughts, and you can change those thoughts. Pick up this book. I like the way he describes it. He has you directing energy to various parts of your face as you say those sentences. He initially says only do it 5 minutes 3 times a day. Well, my husband had just died. What did I have to do except that? And it felt so good that I kept doing it. I remember 2 or 3 nights in a row, I'd be saying it maybe for an hour at a time as I directed energy towards these various areas. I had debilitating shyness. I always wanted to hide in a corner. Maybe I could be invisible. Now I'm a public speaker.
And a good one, too. Wasn't that a great
Yes.
story?
Yeah.
Now, parents, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could grow strong, confident children today rather than fix broken adults later? The Confidence Club for Kids will give your kids tools and resources to grow up strong and confident today. Bye.